Welcome back to PMU Talladega, and I guess what? We're in a public server of this way. We got an Indycar doing nothing in about for this thing, so I eventually that we're gonna be going all the way to Atlanta coming soon. So in about for the game updates, won't be gonna be very quickly. We got Indycars, and it looks like we're gonna be prepared to race for and against for our first time. So as we're going to be trying to use 248 miles per hour in the public server and about for this thing without Lego cars, what all you have to do is going to be drive them. And let's just going to be switched to schemes around for this many a little bit of long times. You use some kind of a Chase Elliott, so how about their lap times for a lot of more times to do so. So the Indycars are just going to be trying to find it all the way for down here into 214 miles per hour madness, 235 miles per hour to the Indycar itself, and looks like that sounds like Red Bull X 2010. And I just, despite liking this one, but probably if you're in a public server in the about for this game, that resulted for a huge chaos and about for this public server, and contains blocked cars and distracting a lot of more for this thing. So everything is chaos in the public server, and let's just gonna be trying the Indy cars around here, IndyCar races and Daytona. So because this is absolutely IndyCar races are chaos in Talladega, because my internet connection runs harder for this one, and my front and rear spoiler has just thrown away during some kind of a chaos like these things. So as according into the new tracks, Atlanta Motor Speedway is going to be coming soon in about for upcoming weeks or upcoming months or years. It's going to be taking for about for the next year as well. As for our 17th birthday and for our racing for this a little bit of one content over here. So this is actually for despite seeing a racing content like this thing, I'm going for a 214 mile per hour run to take all the way for the advantage as well. And look at the Jackson Storm's current speed is 235 miles per hour, but somebody just blocked it away. So as you're going to be changing the schemes or like this anymore like these things as well. Not the copied version of some kind of vehicles as well. As we just gonna be blasting like the Red Bull X 2010, keeping on changing schemes, and the dude doesn't gonna be making whatever just trying to do so. As we're gonna be split drafted over here, I'm only able to lose some tires. If I'm just gonna be going to give myself hurting for many more like these things as well. After the race doesn't gonna be finishing failure and smashed by a NASCAR truck. So it's impossible to catch up with other kinds of people. And by the way, it's absolutely for a total failure, and let's teleport to Daytona International Speedway as well. And as I just gonna be trying to say, Daytona International Speedway in the public server or the private server as well, that doesn't mean even to work about for despawning like this self. As you might able to teleport around here, let's gonna be trying to Xfinity Series. Now, let's just gonna be giving ourselves for an IndyCar. This is our 17th birthday. Before this is absolutely gonna be going to click for some schemes like the Aston Martin. So, as we're gonna be going for a base scheme, as perhaps we're going to be going for a red blood side as well. This is the Aston Martin Chevrolet, as we're going to be going around for this thing. As before, we're just going to be going to left off. Unfortunately, this feels extremely bad into the server. The acceleration is a glitch, but unfortunately that sounds like a acceleration lag for just a very too long for about here. This is an absolute glitch all the way back into Talladega. So if I just return back into Talladega, maybe I'm currently in Daytona International Speedway, Is it not going to be very safe to do so? Now I should be able to get for bump drafted by a NASCAR vehicle, and I just hit him in the back. So the first lap has absolutely going to be trying to driven around here before I'm just going to be going into the first person. It's possibly extremely loud into this vehicle, and I'm not very sure that I just always set into 3, and I believe this is ridiculously loud as well. Some kind of NASCAR's just ruined this one, and a NASCAR vehicle just ruined into the front of the hood. Now I'm just going to be trying to dominate before somebody's just going to be called for chat to kick me out of the race or kick me out from this game. So even though let's just going to be going for about for the first lap, Indy lap times does not going to be very supportive as well. Right back into the private server that I just went here into the public server and teleported into Daytona after first minutes of public server. So even though for our first minutes of the public server isn't even for such a great idea, and I cannot believe the steering just got disabled for extreme amount of lag, and I got a little bit for even for first corner cuts to go, and the grip has been disabled for this one, and we just might be able to fall for it. Now even for this thing, it's going to be going for about for a worse couple of lap times. Even who someone said in the chat filter, and this is how it's going to be already going to be worse, and looks like somebody's going to be losing a front wing. And I just possibly that I wanted to say I should be going to be going into the private server and spawn it over here, which means it's absolutely not going to be working for this time. And if I guys going to be going back into our private server or their private server, I cannot teleport even to other kinds of these cells, or like many more of these cells, or a lot of these things as well, because of the first couple of laps of with Indycar itself is I'm better here that I'm going to be making for self-event for extremely fast all over this one. Even I'm just going to be using for the grand finale SRT Tomahawk X, and I'm just going to be beating a little bit more and more once again, and perhaps I should be going to be winning for more like these cells after an 8-lap run, because even for a couple of minutes ago, because I just slightly I'm going to be going for a win. Even though this is going to be taking for very much longer, and it's going to be hurting for very lots of laps. So I have decided to get back into the pits, and here comes the final lap, and before that doesn't going to be recently tried to do so. Even before I just be able to return back into the pits around for the IndyCar battle around here before Daytona lap times as well. So this is actually going to be such a chaos. And before that, despite that, seeing this and about for losing around the front wing, I prepared the front wing because I just going to be pretty quite sure that I just currently respawn for the IndyCar himself as well. And probably many more players are just going to be joining Daytona International Speedway, and probably we're going to be seeing around for the finish line itself. And probably we just eventually did for an 8-lap trial for this thing, and especially even NASCARs and other kinds of itself just spawned and going to reach each other or racing each other to any couple of Mustangs, a lot of them. I'm never going to be very sure that we're just completely changing schemes to all of this thing. So perhaps we're going to be seeing for the lap times of that results, that doesn't going to be going even better as well, as we're trying to complete losing like ourselves. Look how the usernames, and we got for an under 40 seconds with Monster Speeder 48, faster than a NASCAR vehicle that was slightly speeding like a madman, like our Indy madman as well. So probably this is gonna be the end of this video around here in Talladega around NASCAR and IndyCar lap times as well. So this is all what it just gonna becomes for today, and I just literally despise hearing for this one. So I'm hearing out for just a little bit for one more, and we're gonna be leaving the game. And as we're gonna be returned back into Talladega, leave a like and subscribe and click the bell. I'm teleporting back into Talladega, and this game is gonna be linked in the description down below after some kind of random races we ever try to do so. Thanks for watching, and this can be Turbo Concept is gonna be signing off, and I'm off returning to Talladega. Now, looks like we just spied seeing for other kinds of racers, and looks like I'm back for this one in over 40 seconds by using Indycars themselves. So, until next time, that I'm just gonna be see you all into another video or episode.